Frank Ntilikina finally going to be traded. Kevin Knox is a bust and we should give up on him. Kevin Durant and Kyrie, they ain't coming to New York no more. And Mitchell Robinson signed with who now? All this and more coming up in this video. Just roll the intro. What's good, CK crew? It's your boy CK2K, and what is going on? I have not uploaded a single video all week. I'll be better this coming week. I have a really exciting update. Well, two exciting updates. Update number one, this Monday we're gonna have two new designs in the merch store. And for my people who have been sending me the pictures of the merch and who have been letting me know that you guys have been copping the merch, much love to you guys. The link is in the description as always below. The merch store has been up. You guys have still been hitting it up when you guys get the chance. A lot of you guys have been letting me know that you guys want to get stuff, but you just wait until you have enough money and stuff like that. Like, the support is real and I appreciate you guys. The link in the description below, CK2K merch store over on Teespring. Go cop the new designs on Monday. I'm definitely gonna be blasting that then. But of course, get the New York Knicks design that you guys love so much, and the old school Knicks tape design for those people who just don't want to let the Knicks tape days go. And the second update is the update I'm most excited for. You guys have been asking for it. It has been highly recommended, and it is the CK Crew Discord. That's right, the Discord is up and it is ready for you guys to go. I teased it a little bit in the community tab, but as well, there's going to be a link in the description below forever, so you guys can click that, make your account, join the Discord. Unless you already have Discord, jump in on that. I'm so excited. For those who do not know what Discord is, it's basically a place where the CK Crew community can get along and talk together. During Knicks games, there's going to be a channel where we have live chats and talk to one another as if we're hanging out in the same room during Knicks games. I have a place for you to post your Knicks art. You know, if you guys draw different things, you have designs and all kinds of things that you see on the internet, share it there for the rest of us CK Crew Knicks fans to see, and much more. You guys are gonna see it when you guys get there. I'm so excited for this because this is gonna be another way for me to get a hold of you guys and be able to communicate with you guys a lot quicker. You know, Twitter is one thing, IG is another thing, but this one we'll be able to have a conversation, a regular conversation on there. I'm gonna be playing with some video ideas with the Discord, so stay tuned to that. I might do some live Q&As where you guys ask me the question in person. It's gonna be lit. I'm very excited for it. If you aren't following me on the Twitter and you need to join the Discord, those videos are gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing that with you guys. So yes, the new Discord is out. Link in the description below. Can't wait to communicate with you guys. I can't wait to get this thing going. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited about it. All right, enough of the updates. We spent too much time on the updates. We need to get into the real meat of the video. Yeah, we know the Knicks played a few games this past week, but it's been a lot of rough basketball going on. But let's get into the news. And the first thing I said was Frank Ntilikina, Frankie boy. They're thinking about trading him. They're actually probably going to move him. Now, for those who do not know, Frank Ntilikina was probably the last big move of the Phil Jackson era. Reports are coming out saying that the Knicks are looking to trade him come draft night and finally move him, and they're gonna move off of him. Now, a lot of you guys know that I am a fan of Frank. I do like Frank Ntilikina. I like Frank, man, for more reasons than just, you know, offense. You know, a lot of people are looking for an offensive guy, but I cannot express enough how valuable Frank Ntilikina will be or could be at the point guard position. And we're probably not going to see until he's on another team, but he's going to be very valuable when we have scorers around him. That is when Frank Ntilikina shines. That's when he shined in his rookie season next to KP, is when he's surrounded by offense and just is able to be the point guard and the defensive anchor. And I think that is where he's going to shine the most, and until his offensive game completely expands to where a lot of people think it could be. Now, here's my problem with this, and I said this on Coast to Coast last week. As much as you guys know Frank's my guy, I want Frank to stay. I think especially if we make the big signings like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and draft Zion Williamson, hell, even draft RJ Barrett, whoever we draft, I think he is the perfect person to be a part of that second unit, especially from the defensive standpoint. And again, his offensive game can still improve. He's only about he's not even 21 yet. So I just feel like it's too early to give up on him. But at the same time, if it's for a bigger picture move where we need to make a trade for him, I kind of get it. And this, again, again, it's not me talking as CK. This is me talking as a Knicks organization. From the jump, the minute Phil Jackson left office, you could tell that the Knicks front office never really believed in Frank Ntilikina. I think that was ultimately known when we aggressively tried to get Dennis Smith Jr. as a part of the trade. I think this also answers that question about the next step, saying if we do get Kyrie Irving, I think that they're going to try to do the Terry Rozier technique, Dennis Smith Jr. being that Terry Rozier type guy for our team, or even starting them together depending on who we draft in the draft. I think that, they've ultimately come to the conclusion that they don't believe in Frank Ntilikina, as a lot of you guys. And I feel like I always say about Lonzo Ball in the Coast to Coast podcast, I feel like Frank Ntilikina, this is probably the best thing for the player Frank Ntilikina. I think it makes more sense for him to go to a place where he has a staff that's going to believe in him, that's going to give him the opportunity to grow at his own pace, because in today's NBA, you don't see many players that are defensively inclined, that have good vision, have a high IQ, and that Frank Ntilikina has all of that. His problem is just he thinks too much, and that's why his shot doesn't fall. That's why, all kinds of things are just taking a little bit longer for him to develop. But it's rough for me. I really wish that we would be that team that would give him the chance to see who he's going to be. But it's looking like, the signs are pointing towards them moving him. I still can't wait to see what he does when he comes back from the injury. Maybe he saves himself. Maybe he shows that he can do more stuff for this team, and they decide not to ultimately trade him. A lot of signs are also pointing towards maybe the injury is a little bit more serious than it could be, but at the same time, it's a growing injury, and growing injuries could do this. Growing injuries are nagging injuries. Chauncey Billups was somebody that went through this and had the growing injury bothering him throughout the entire season, because that's just the kind of injury it is. You never know if it's going to be like a LeBron James is probably still going through his, and you don't know that. Growing injuries are nagging injuries that can bug you for a long period of time. But personally, I don't like it. I don't want Frank to go, but let me know as the rest of the stories in this video in the comments below what you guys think about that. Frank Ntilikina on his way. Do we do it? Do we stay patient with it? Is this just noise? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comment below. And then my next story is Kevin Knox is a bust.
Stop it. Get some help.
There are so many people who are so quick to already be throwing Kevin Knox away, which is insane to me. I have people throwing the stats at me talking about, statistically he is the worst player on defense at his. I even posted that on my IG. And I did that more so out of the pure craziness that sounds like. I mean, if you break it down, the people that were on that list, Trae Young is statistically the worst defensive player at his position. Yes, this is the potential rookie of the year, Trae Young. We had, I don't even remember the other guys, but basically it was Trae Young, John Collins, and Kevin Knox were the three guys at their position. Yes, and Enes Kanter was on his, but the reason why I'm pointing those three guys out are John Collins is in his second year, Kevin Knox is 19 in his first year, and vice versa with Trae Young as the point guard. That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. These are kids learning and adapting to the NBA game on young teams, especially Trae Young and John Collins on a young Atlanta Hawks team, and especially Kevin Knox on a young New York Knicks team with not many, veterans to help lead the way. For anybody that seriously, I don't mean to channel my inner R. Kelly. Use your common sense. Kevin Knox has shown us so many different ways that he can be a scorer, and he could be a stud in this league. His rebounding has improved. He has improved on ball handling and moving down the court. Now, saying that, there are a lot of negatives to his game that he will need to improve. But again, when you're 19 years old and your first year in the league, you had time to do that, especially when you're on a young team like this. For what I see and what's just so frustrating to see is, sometimes he takes some bad shots, but you can tell that there's shots that are out of frustration because he was hitting a lot of these open and these Kevin Knox shots in December and in November, and now all of a sudden they've just vanished in 2019. His vision has slowly gone down since his shot has not been hitting, and his defense is another big thing. You can argue about the motor and stuff like that. The demeanor doesn't mean anything to me. Like I said, my favorite basketball player is Tracy McGrady, and he's had a very, sleepy and, laid back demeanor, but still was a killer on the court. So that doesn't mean anything to me. But to claim that Kevin Knox is a bust and that he's not going to be anything, to me is it's just so stupid. He is 19 years old. I get it that there's other players that jump out a lot faster. Jason Tatum. I would say Donovan Mitchell, but Donovan Mitchell is not 19 years old. Donovan Mitchell played 3 years at Louisville, so he's a little bit spiced up. Just like boy out of Los Angeles, Kuzma, just like Kyle Kuzma. These guys all, played in their season and they came straight to the league, and they don't have Alonzo Trier is another one. They don't have that, I'm only 19 excuse. Yes, they're in the first year. Yes, they can make mistakes. Well, not all of them. Sorry, of those names I said, Trier's in his first year, but you know what I mean. They're in the first 2 seasons. Those guys, they're taking advantage of their situation quick, and Jason Tatum is just in a very good situation, especially if like a Kyrie goes, he's gonna be able to just be free and have full reign. But I mean, another example to compare to is Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram's in his 3rd season, but he's barely 21 years old, 21, 22 years old right now, in his 3rd season, and he is that young, and he is now figuring out his game. And mind you, this is playing alongside the greatest player in the game right now, LeBron James, and he is finding his game and finding, his place in the league. So just give him some time, all right? Give him some time. Don't forget what Kevin Knox gave us in Summer League and in the first half of this season. I've used this argument numbers of times. We saw the stats in the other game. Kevin Knox is up there with, playing the most minutes as a New York Knicks rookie at 28 minutes per game. There was a period where he was averaging around 33 to 35 minutes per game. He hit the wall. Like, this is going to happen when you're 19 and you don't have he's missing open shots, and yes, he's missing some of the shots are not the smartest of shots, but a lot of them are open threes, open mid-range shots off of a crossover or move to get yourself open, getting yourself space, and he's missing them. And these are shots that he was not missing in the beginning of the season. Miss me with all of the Kevin Knox is a bust talks, okay? But let me know what you think in the comments below. I know it's right now a lot of Knicks fans are already turning on him, and mind you, with Mitchell Robinson and Alonzo Trier playing the way that they're playing right now, it is easy to turn on Kevin Knox because those guys are doing what they're supposed to do, and Kevin Knox is our ninth pick. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. But again, just think of all the factors before you just think of the the stats and what's going on. Just relax, okay? That I can't believe I had to have that conversation with anybody. So it's been this one. I'm not wasting any of my time on. It was reported by Chris Broussard, who a lot of people are making the joke saying, "Oh, he's still relevant." I will say I do like to Chris Broussard every now and then drop some heat. But for the most part, we all know Chris Broussard, dropping the ball in the whole LeBron James situation. People forget that back in the day, Chris Broussard was the Adrian Wojnarowski before Adrian Wojnarowski was Adrian Wojnarowski. I purposely said his full name just to say to prove that I could say his name rather than just saying Woj. Chris Broussard dropped a little bit of a bomb over on Fox, and mind you, this is something that has not caught any fire because no one is taking this very serious. But Chris Broussard is saying that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, they ruled out the New York Knicks for where they want to sign next year. I'm not taking that serious, but I do actually like the report, and here's why I like the report. I like the report because now, even though it didn't catch fire, but this kind of throws all of that, like, oh, he's for sure coming, they're for sure gonna be Knicks. That kind of throws all that talk away a little bit, because now people are gonna be a little bit worried, like, oh no, wait, this might not happen. And because for me, I don't like the for sure thing, because then with young players in this league, you never know what they're gonna decide to do. And when you keep hearing one thing, it's just like anything, like a kid, like you hear that you're gonna do this, then you obviously have the urge to want to do something different. So hearing all this, like, oh, Kevin Durant's definitely gonna be in there, I don't like that. Like, I just want it to happen nice and quietly, him coming to the Knicks, both of them, if that's a situation that could possibly happen. With this report out now, it makes it a little bit, scarier, and therefore now it's not as for sure, which makes me feel like now I have a weird state of mind. I just want it to happen, and any kind of like certainty scares the hell out of me. But that's that. Anyways, if you're taking this serious, if you really feel like it's not gonna happen, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you feel. Do you think we actually stand a chance? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about that. But for me, this report is just they were having a slow day, and he just wanted to pull something out, because again, this did not catch fire on any other outlets on Twitter outside of just Chris Broussard and Skip Bayless. So take that for what you want to take it. And the last report, this is a report to me that I'm very happy to hear about, I like to see, is Mitchell Robinson finally signing at the dotted line with that shoe deal. You can see throughout the season he was wearing some Adidas, he was wearing Jordan brand, he was wearing Nike. A lot more Nike and a lot more Jordan throughout the season, but in the beginning of the season he was rocking some Adidas. And he finally ultimately signed that deal with Nike, which is dope. Again, a second rounder signing it's a solid deal that he signed with Nike, and that's awesome. And Nike, props to them for swooping up on this kid, because especially with him flying, a lot of things they can do, they can definitely go off of his brand, especially being in New York and he continues to rise like this. A lot of people talk about how bigs don't sell shoes, but the thing is, it's a lot like Joel Embiid, and with Under Armour taking the risk with Joel Embiid, with Nike putting him on the kind of contract that they put him on. If he continues to grow the way he grows, there's a potential that he could have his own shoe or could be a part of his own team signature shoe. I like the move. I really like the move. But to me, the Nike signing wasn't as big as the other signing he had. He signed a deal with Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, that's not a very common move. Like, a lot of these players, like you saw, there was a time when LeBron James was Blake Griffin was with Kia, which is obviously the official car of the NBA. I own a Kia Optima myself, NBA. I'm out here, okay? But yeah, so he signed a deal with Mercedes-Benz, which is gonna give him so much opportunities to get, camera time and stuff like that, because you don't see a lot of these rookies signing deals with, car brands like this. I mean, you'll see the normal Kia, so you're gonna see a lot of different NBA players doing different Kia spots because Kia is the official car of the NBA. But now Mitchell Robinson, who is a young kid, who knows what Mercedes is trying to do with that? To me, that's such a cool underlining deal that Mitchell Robinson signed with Mercedes-Benz. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. I don't know if they're going to try to take that comedy route to sell or to make Mercedes a little bit more sellable to a younger demographic. I don't know how, when Mercedes are not cheap. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson. I hope they gave you a car in the deal. But Mitch Rob signing with Nike and Mercedes, again, a second rounder. That's a pretty good come up in his first year. But that's it. That's all the stuff that happened throughout the entire week. The Kings game happened earlier on before this video, so I obviously recording this the day before, but let me know how that game went. Past CK, did we win? So if you even made it this far in this video, you guys are the real ones. I appreciate your guys' support so much. So as always, I'm gonna drop the hashtag so you guys can let me know that you made it this far and that you was a real one and you really leading the CK crew. Now, in honor of the new designs that are coming up this Monday, I'm so excited. It is a CK crew design. If it's done, I'm gonna put it right here. If the design is not done yet, then this is a very awkward situation. So in honor of the new design that I really hope you guys enjoy and you guys go out there and cop, I'm getting mine already. I want the hashtag CK Crew, keeping it simple. For the new Discord, go join the Discord, and for the new merch dropping out, I appreciate you guys' support so much. Giveaway is coming up when we hit that 10,000 subscribers. So if you even hit that subscribe button, boy, hit that subscribe. Follow me on my socials if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe and that like button with the little ring-a-ling of the bell. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's get it. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later.